Yes, my people. Apologies for coming in late today. A little technical difficulties. But praise God, we're here now. As you can see, it's myself, Brian Benjamin, and Justo John joining you live from the UK. And I'm all the way in Washington State. Pleasant good afternoon to everybody, good evening, and good morning, depending on what part of the world you are. So today we wanna, hit a few points. Let's first start by having Justo, give his little intro. Justo, what's going on?
Yeah, man. Good evening to everyone on all you don't know. Big up everybody out there, both at home and abroad. The diaspora by and large. You don't know. We're out there, we're trying to get it ready and trying to make the community better, the place better, man. Make it a better place for everybody, you know. Michael Jackson said the grounds are ready. Make it a better place for you and for me. If it's so easy, I don't know. I'm not a big Michael Jackson fan still. But respect the thing same way. Pick up everybody. Good night. What you said, Mr. Benji?
Bring the tune, you jamming that tune there, play the faith, we have the tune say it now.
Are you gonna hear my tune?
Yeah, man, play the tune, man.
Boy. I have so much music there, Mr. Benji.
Yeah. I check in the tune or something in our area. I would like to hear the tune, and perhaps our guests, or not guests, but listeners would like to hear the tune as well.
Listen to my intro, man. That's all.
The general is that the closer you are, the close proximity to the United States.
See, all of us have our eyes on the United States and what that's going on, what that's right and what that's wrong. But it just seems we're keeping our eyes on what's happening on the island, you know? So that is where we go wrong.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Anyway, we go to my favorite.
Because we have a lot of people saying who good and who not good. But when they have to stand up and talk to show themselves as citizens, they're staying quiet, yeah?
Yeah.
Them all good for nothing. When force the laws. Architect.
Leopard, you can get, when you speak, it cuts off the music. Which sparrow are you playing? It's fast forwarding for you. This sparrow fast forwarding for you, just to. Which one are you playing? You play it so people can see. Huh?
Play it, man. Good citizen, find it, man. Play.
What's the name of it?
Good citizens. Good citizens. Mighty Sparrow.
All right. I'll play it over here. So you guys them can see it.
You find it?
Yeah, can you hear it?
Why, when the ordinary man disagrees with the establishment, they call it treason.
Yeah,
Why
man.
should they persecute a brother for seeking black power? Don't they know a blind man could see that this is blatant hypocrisy? The real traitors and them are all high in society. Yet the government protecting all of them and penalizing you and me. And in a million different ways they violate the law. It's the same good no good bastards who oppress the poor. They sell in black market, making excess profit, paying a starvation salary. citizens are the architects of economic slavery.
The mighty sparrow.
They say you have the right to criticize, but then you are victimized, and without any reason. Many a time you find yourself politically paralyzed by that same good citizen. Yet these fakes and phonies enjoy a long life of luxury where they spread corruption throughout the country. When they should be arrested, they're protected and respected in this society. And in a million different ways, they violate the law. It's the same good, no good bastards who oppress the poor. With a false declaration, tax evasion, defrauding customs duty. These good citizens are the architects of economic slavery. Lust and greed and fraud and strife, they specialize. Double deals.
All right, just to end up music, man.
Idolize. If you're brave enough to open your mouth and
Yeah, man. We get the message there, right there, and so the message is clear. The message is clear. That we have a few people walking around pretending, claiming to be good citizens, but these are the people who oppress, who victimize and exploit the law. And at the end of the day, we come and be playing hypocrite, like we're not seeing it, we're not aware of it, and we saying, oh, these people are good people. My brother, I sat down and I look at a live view of a police gang attacking one citizen, my brother, and I don't see nobody in the police force running with open arms to hold the man. You know, everybody go towards the man with a closed fist, you know.
Because apparently nobody understood what was happening, because the gentleman said he wasn't even attacking the officer at all. Because he's like this.
Forget all what the gentleman say. Say what you see in that video. Every police officer that approached that man went with a closed fist, Brent.
Yeah, man. Cool PA, cool point. Everything was involved, man.
The police officers and them are what they battens, you know. None of them don't pull out their baton to differentiate. Okay, you can say that man had a baton, he was a police officer, you know.
Punching.
These men push that man with a closed fist.
Yeah.
And I look at that video properly and I say that is the reason why Dominica couldn't win football, you know, because they have their best football strikers as police officers. I look at that video, give that man a kick on the ground, Brent, and if that was a football,
he's gone, goal. At Bezanet, easy. It's like the same Dominicans. It Bezanet cut that net open wide. I check in way, but the man wasn't fighting back, and it's like they were still. And it's to see they fired the shot at him. I was like, okay, why would the officer even draw his weapon and he have officers all around, gentlemen? Where can he go?
I not even go back. I not even reach on that yet, Brent, because that police didn't make a decision to fire a shot, you know.
Yeah.
That wasn't a calculated decision, you know.
Boy, that was like spur of the moment.
Based on how you see that shot fire there and that police put up that gun in the air. That is after the shot fire, he point the gun in the air, you know. So that shot, that fire there was accidental, you know.
Do you check in that there?
You cannot rent. That is like when Lapin and Delices used to fight after football.
Yeah.
That is what I see there when Mad Squad and Terror Squad used to fight in town. Nobody.
For some reason,
you're
breaking up. You have Wi-Fi or your phone juice. You break your voice. bricks up.
I have full bars.
Yeah, full bars. You kind of breaking up as you're going along. But yeah, man, that's exactly what it was, and this is some of the things that we have to address. You know what I mean? Because we got a little issue like this. The man hasn't showed any threat, but he gets shot.
But Brent,
But
the man that gets shot, Brent, is not the man the police and them was fighting.
Oh yeah?
No.
I thought he was the one that they were pulling down.
No, man. That is the man that was trying to separate it. That is why that was not shot.
Okay, I thought this the man that was the police was holding down. I get shot. Me. What's up, Ila? What's up, Clyde? Thanks for joining the line. Big up you one time. Hey, Sakifet Lala. Because they just shut down the whole tunnel in New York. Protesters, you know. The police stayed until the crowd dispersed. They did not try to remove the people from the road. They did not try to unblock the tunnel. Let the people exercise the democratic right.
Friend,
they have to go their home, you know.
If your job is to protect and serve, my brother, and if you are innocent until proven guilty, look at all what the police officers did to the gentleman, Brent.
Yeah.
If all that was used, you tell me that man was riding down in the health center in the hospital there and he wasn't handcuffed to a bed.
Kissa.
My brother. How the police officers deal with that man? That's how you deal with a dangerous criminal, you know.
What criminal is that? A rapist or something? Somebody that don't even deserve to be treated as a human?
But what I'm trying to show you that is how police. I can understand never police do that to a dangerous criminal, Brent.
Yeah.
Brent, a man stabbed a couple people on London Bridge. Run on London Bridge stabbing people. Citizens take a fire extinguisher and disarm the man, you know.
Right.
And then the police come, you know. Couple minutes later, he was shot dead by the police, you know. But at that time, he didn't have a weapon.
Yeah. And they still give it to him. Arrest him and bring him in.
Citizens already disarmed the man.
Disarm the man. He doesn't have a knife anymore.
So what do you tell? What did that man do that he
deserve
get
it?
To the point where he deserves a shot?
He probably was just mentally ill.
But he was mentally ill when that man was going to a rehab facility.
He get a mental breakdown and then he just go crazy and yeah. But he met him at his end. This is what I'm saying. But you have to think before you pull your rifle, your weapon to shoot somebody. You have to think yourself because you never know what could be going wrong during that spur of the moment for that person.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But Brent, with all of that, the commanding officer that was on the ground not yet give not giving no report on why he ordered these police officers to do that.
Yeah.
Are you telling me the man do all that damage with no directive, with no orders?
Yeah, like 10 officers just join the fight and cool pay, who in uniform, who in regular nice uniform, you expect them not to come fighting them and come in and fight, swinging me, boy. I check it a while though. That is a comedy that there, man.
But the police officer that picked him and they demanded headline without the newspaper.
Yeah, hélas. This is not professionalism at all. If something, because you couldn't tell what was happening. It's like, were they fighting? Were they trying to arrest him? What were they trying to do? Because this is something, if somebody did something wrong, you arrest them. You tell him you're under arrest, but you don't go fighting him.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And after that, you arrest him, you charge.
Oh, no, I throw it away.
You don't give him a holy. Of course, he can sue easily because he have video footage of he getting beaten by the police. They're going to serve and protect. But why using force by somebody who is not even resisting? First, the officer slammed into the ground, and then it's like it's fight start. Kaboom, 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 and Libo. You have all those officers. The man cannot run. The man cannot escape. You still fire in on him. That is excessive force. The use of force should only be used in the event to preserve life
Of
Like if
course.
somebody threaten your life, or if they're damaging property and they will not stop. Like I saw in one of the states, this young boy, what old, about 15, he was hands in the air. He put it up his hand in the air, bow, boom, one shot and the man dead. This other gentleman in his car, the officer did not maintain control of the situation. You come to arrest somebody. He out of his car, you are about to arrest him. This man shift away from you. This man enter inside his car. You do gross holy man. First of all, you separate the man foot wider than shoulder width. That way, any move he make, you will notice him. You will stop him before he go. Your knee in his back. You know what I'm saying? Put him uncomfortable. His arm above his back. So he can't really move, but no positive control of the situation. That man just grew inside his car. The woman said, taser, taser, taser. And guess what? The 40 caliber weapon went right through that young man's back.
I don't even want to go there yet. Let us deal with the local man first.
And no, even moving further, the bus drivers were trying to send a statement. If you tell a bus driver, okay, just to listen, you cannot carry 16 people to Roseau because of the pandemic, right? You're gonna have to carry 4 people, one per seat. No, that man has to burn the same amount of fuel from Delices to Roseau. That man would normally make 16 times 10, $160 one way, right? Let's say $320 both ways. Now you're telling that man, what I say? Yes, you're telling that man carry 4 people, 4 tens, say $40, make $80 for his day. You know, $100 to fill a tank. You see what I'm saying? So that man then now in the red from the jump. He has to carry the 2 cool kids. He has to carry everybody downtown. Now, at what point an entire year has passed, you gave some persons seeds to plant their vegetables. That's understandable. The US of all countries, which is a socialist country, gave stimulus packages like London, Spain, Paris, France. They've given stimulus packages to the people like on a monthly basis. Dominica, why you not assisting the personnel? So the bus drivers have been promised. So at what point they decided, you know what, let's stand up. Now the bus drivers who did not participate in that protest, they perhaps are the ones getting paid first. This is what I don't think, because if our forefathers did not stand up back in those days, we probably would still be in chains. You see what I'm saying? So this is where everybody look at the French. Because this is where everybody has to come together and unite and realize they are not doing it for themselves, they are doing it for every single body. And when people stand up for one thing, the officials, the government personnel will respect them in all other areas. Look at in 79 when Charles Savrin stood up and I heard a baker was taking bread to the hospital. Charles Savrin said, no, Kerry, Pala, Viwe, go back with it. The man block everything and then they send him to Brussels and go ice skating and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that changed, and Patrick John had to come out there. They were fighting the Patrick John regime and they did that. But now people cannot fight for simple human rights. People can't get anything in the country. There's no employment for the young people. This is the only year, 2020, young people stayed in Dominica after they graduate high school. Every other year, they're gone. Let's say 1,000 people graduate high school, 500 will be out of Dominica before the next month. Before summer finish, 500 gone. And by the time the following year, another 200-300 gone and study. So now we keeping our Dominicans in Dominica because of the pandemic. We have to create employment for these young people. How many factories are we opening? You opening health centers. Those nurses are already there. It takes how many years to get a nurse? 4 years? They're already there. You're making new health centers. All of it was maintain our health centers. It's a good initiative, making the health centers, the housing, yes. But right now, we have to create employment and sustainable employment, not NEP. You have to create an atmosphere where these young people can thrive. They can go to the bank, take a loan, build a house, buy a car. They could check out, open a little business. You have multiple personnel opening little businesses, but little one here, little one there, little one there, little one there. Any little wind that blow, it throw them on their boom boom. You check me, you need some things that is so well established that you have 10 small businesses come together and form one heavy cooperation where if one person fall off, it's still pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? But alas, yeah. It's sad, it's sad, it's sad, it's sad. The bus drivers stood up and nobody, the truck drivers didn't join them. When the truck drivers stand up, the bus drivers supposed to stand up with them. So anybody that stand up, you go to Guadeloupe, when you have protests, one person could just say, I don't like that. And everybody falling in line, you know, like his ants see a bone. You check me? But the people don't even have to realize when Bala and Gala, them fellas in the mountain, was fighting the anti-slavery movement. You check me? They were standing together, but we lost our sense of the people are more powerful than the persons in power. And even those we put in power, as soon as they realize people acting, now they say they're gonna give them $4,000. So why that wasn't placed forward before they even stood up? Why wait till they have to come to that protest business? You know what I mean? But it all goes back, man. It's like the people have to do what they have to do to get ahead.
But Brent, I just understanding a man sit down and say nobody holding hostage of what going to do his head by going and protest. And as soon as they go and protest, he had to sit down and talk to them. Not before they protest, you have to talk to them now.
Before they protest. No, but they were in communication, you know. They were waiting for forever.
Brent, but Brent, Dominica still in communication. It's a minimum wage. They say they want to talk to the other Caribbean countries to see how they bring up their minimum wage.
This is the biggest nonsense I've ever heard in my life. You're gonna talk to somebody how to raise minimum.
Scrunta sing a song back in the 90s saying, who taught citizens how to throw stones and to burn down our minister homes? We done with that now. We get smart. Nowadays, all in Calypsonian sorts of none of talking, you know.
But they move, but just so if you're gonna talk, your little income, the little what they call it, red clinic, your little cool out, you losing that, you know.
But Brent, that is where our issue is, Brent. All of us thinking at the end of the day, our cause is more important than the next man's cause. None of us are willing to sacrifice nothing.
Yeah.
Brent,
Nobody, everybody.
on the same boat, you know, Brent. All of us on the same boat, you know.
Yep. Same.
Each and every one of us, you know.
Yep. But it looked like we have caption, man. We have caps lock on. Hold on. I think everything we say showing.
Yeah, you have that. You have caption on. I just said in my head, what boy your thing official.
So the people who cannot understand our accent, I think it's a chat overlay. Did it go away?
No. Hold on.
It's still there?
Hold on.
SPW, you can never see that. Non, il parle. Il a toujours. Par contre, tu vois ça?
Official, boy.
Hold on. Ok. Mungkin buat apon faire ça là. Nous que t'as payé, man. Yeah. Show non-participant automatically. Overlay. Il a check côté. Mungkin t'as payé, c'est bonjour. Actually, I think I put it on a little while back.
Good night, glory.
So just
hold on. Before we continue, I just want to show the people, Brent, what we've been working on for the past couple of days.
All right.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what we got. A whole heap of children books. We got one box of children books. That box have over 100 books in it. Look, we have 3 other boxes of books there again. We have a box of another set of books there again. Children books. And we have another 2 boxes of books there again. 2 boxes of books there again.
So that's 6 boxes so far. That's packed.
No, we have more different stuff. Different group. So we have around 8 boxes of books.
Ooh-wee.
So in all, we have over 500 books there.
Yeah. So our library will be.
Books. We have novels, we have poetry, we have books myself cannot read, we have books I never read, have books I will never read myself. So we look into see if we can round up some funds so we can get that shipped so that we can organize the library, continue on the mission for the library.
Yes, because the library is a very significant part of the community, you know, because it doesn't help one set. Any person can go to the library, do their research. So we are also trying to enable the library to have like internet access and get some laptops for the library. So those books that we are sending down. So just I was trying to say that we need assistance to ship the books to Dominica, and every little bit counts. As you can see, we have our link up there, which is PayPal brings 1919. We have Cash App, we have Zelle. So that's my phone number down below, 347-742-6921. Get your pens out, write those down, take a picture, take a screenshot, save that information, because we are not doing it just for ourselves. We're doing it for the entire community. Like you guys saw, we raised funds for the playing field. We had the guys spray the boundaries. We bought swipers, blades, and nets for them to cut the grass. And you saw all the kids for Easter having fun on the playing field. This is what we want. It's not one set of kids, it's everybody's children was out there having a good time. We had Easter eggs. Ian shipped Easter eggs all the way from New York, Ian and Kathy. They put together little stuff from New York and shipped it first place, second place, all the stuff. You know what I mean? It's community coming together and helping. Because it's not for one set. Because you look at it, the government comes every 5 years, do a little thing for the people and them. But who's going to take care of the people all the time? This is where we come in as citizens and develop our area. You know what I'm saying? If you're not from Delices, please feel free to assist the vibes too, because it's going to be contagious. As soon as everybody sees Delices doing good, they're going to copy of what Delices is doing. So right now, Delices or field is in operation. We're going to invite Lapland to play against us, Boetica, Grand Form, Monjan, Cassibus, probably Grand B, you know, the Kalinago territory. Because these are some of the things that used to happen before. Our kids were playing against people from all walks of life. Now they don't have a playing field. They cannot run. We've had excellent sportsmen and athletes from Delices. All of a sudden, that's dead. We can't tolerate such nonsense. You know what I mean? We got to get our people back active and going again, man. Yeah, man. So please support the vibe. As you can see today, just as all the books ready to get shipped down to Dominica, or with a little assistance to set it up. So and every little bit counts. And as we we're saying, if you're from Delices, if you're from Dominica, if you're from the area, if you're from the world actually, because if you're not from Dominica and you're feeling like supporting the vibe, I know my St. Lucian posse usually watch the video after the live. So please feel free to support the cause. As you guys know, during Hurricane Maria, Dominica, we lost about 90% of all our roofs and stuff. So most of the books were gone, destroyed. So we had to start from scratch. So that's why we have now having the library, and Lauren is doing a fantastic job as the chair lady of the village council. So you can see since they've been there, they've removed some of the galvanized, they've reestablished the playing field. So right now we are on an upward climb, getting things done in the community. We were down on a level plane, like nothing wasn't happening. Now the people are excited to come to Delices. People are living in Roseville for years, don't usually come to Delices for Easter. Now they're coming back for Easter. We want to bring them up for Mother's Day, for all the holidays. August Monday, we want to make a big action in Delices. Hopefully, COVID is gone by then.
The community of Delices is way more advanced than the country of the island of Dominica, you know.
Yeah, man, easy.
The nature island of Dominica haven't got public library for any potential, any idea of their public, you know.
Yeah, so we're moving ahead, man. Our housing, yeah, man, let's just continue building it. We have a housing stock, thanks to the Prime Minister and his team. But money is to be done. We can just put our building there and create employment for the young people to stay active. Because what are you going to do? What are they going to do? They're going into drugs. They're going into violence. We can't have that. The boys and then they have place to stay, the women have place to stay. But where's the work? Are they gonna live in an apartment and work land? They might want to go into a hotel down the road. Jungle Bay said if that back road is open, they will bring back the hotel up in Delices. I know right now it is the pandemic time, but that'll be a good time to rebuild and reshape and reorganize everything. You know what I mean? So that would be a good time, Mr. Prime Minister. You know, you promised to give us our bridge into the Savannah. That is all we're asking for. The one in Bakatel is done. Take all the time. I mean, Miss Blomquist had a bridge already drawn, designed already. You know what I'm saying? Because that little ravine never stop a bus from Daly's going road. So you know that is a drain that it does make a little canal there that never get big enough to stop our bus from going to Roseau. So right now, what is the issue? Just backfill that and resurface that again. That little deluge for Erica that just dig the area up. We can block that back and make a nice little canal, put a channel, put some culvert and make it work. You check me, we don't have to go and stress and put a $2.3 million bridge over that little drain because they never had a bridge before. It's a little drain that was there. That never stopped a bus. I can't remember that ravine ever getting big. It's a little ravine that never, people was walking across there, even though rainfall. So now we're going to put a $2.3 million bridge over a little thing that can take a little call for. Think of it, the ravine up in Point Millard by Netty and Jama. That is way bigger than that, you know. It just so happened all the water from the road came down and joined forces and right below Mamolina house. There have a ravine as well being a house. When those two joined together, it created like a swirling motion and the soil was soft. So it dug it and it made a heavy trench. Yeah, man. But Mr. Prime Minister, Fidel Grant, Casanilla, I know you guys are watching the live when we get off and you guys are on your computer so we can see you guys. Please assist the people and them. The people and them put their efforts together and they cleared the road. We do not want the grass to regrow on the road, you know what I mean? And they have to go back and pay another money to go and clear it. Just give us our bridge that we Jungle Bay can come back daily. The people, that little apartment you put in front of me will be well served. You'll serve the community proper because the people and them will live in the apartment and walk down to Point Millard to work, go back home. Easy day. It's a win-win for everybody, you know what I mean? And that's what everybody wants, to be happy, to be able to live and work where they love to stay. If you get everybody like to stay Roseau, they can't plant a gwen tree in their backyard. Back in the days, Roseau used to have a little mango tree, a little coconut tree in their backyard. That's not anymore. They cut all this down from downtown. So they want anything in the country, you have to go. So if they have it in the country, you know, and everybody have house in the country, they have land, and now you put the apartment for them. So put the work in the country, on the countryside for the people and them to relax their meditation. And everybody have a piece of land, either Moyon Bay, Live Jacques, Live Clay, just name it, Hudavi, Bois Belvi, Belvedere, just name it. Talking about Belvedere. So we have to go back to our question and answer segment. Where was the first playing field in David Dalis located? That person who answers it gets 5 tickets. And how we can get back that playing field there. Just know that probably a little older than your time, but yeah, let's see.
I scratched my beard on that. I scratched my beard.
iGlow practice is on all now. Great turnout. So the boys and them, so not to cut off what we're talking about, but we're also looking for sponsorship for the young men and who wants to play football. So we have a team. I think the sizes for the boots are from like 6 to like 13. So if you are able to assist as well, we have the PayPal link and the Cash App. Please donate the funds. So we're trying to get the boys mobilized, get them engaged into meaningful events. So right now, Glorin is working on setting up an academy with Ron Green and all the guys, Hubert and Hodge and all the guys on the ground. So they are working closely with the White River Development Committee as well. So it's like a community effort. It's not just one group. So we have Cedric Hill as our president of the White River Development Committee. So it's a collaboration of everybody. It's just one set. So we're trying to bring this community forward and make it somewhere where everybody want to come to on vacation. You know what I mean? We're gonna make sure our grass they cut, everything nice and proper. So the young men are on the playing field right now training. This is fantastic, right? We have a former national player, but Benjamin up there assisting the training as well. So hey, kudos to Mr. Benjamin for being there with them. We also have Okay, Deus say Munaki like in the vibes, la man. We yes, I let me get the names up. But only know you know man. Jesus. I. Anyway, you told me phone la makata. But yeah, man, but the young people are on the playing field right now. The playing field, our viewers right now supported. They contributed the funds. I send the funds to Dominica. They make it happen. The youth division said, do not go on the playing field. It's too soft. But the people, the viewers said no. They sent the funds to me, and I ensured the funds got to Dominica. I sent footballs. I sent rounders balls. Oh yes, we get computers down there. So right now, the village council has a computer in the office, computer, paper, ink. They can write their proposals, get their things going, and the community can move forward. So right now, we are pleading on our viewers, please assist in getting those books to Dominica and getting our football teams sponsors. Yeah, man, the football boots, the jerseys, we have to take it up. Yeah, man. So just to, how many goals you scored when you were playing football back in those days, in the days?
But
And don't forget.
I was moving forward. I'm a middle defenseman. So I was always
You were a defender?
I was always pushing that. I was always making that play happen. Yeah. But we don't put this out there, Brent. Because I want to get your point of view as a military personnel, yeah, as a member of the military personnel. When you looked at that video of that man in uniform getting pulled over by the cops, what was your reaction to that, my brother?
More play away, man. And as a man in uniform, I will not lay down my uniform on the ground for you. You will arrest me, but standing, I will not lay down on the ground for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why he went in the back of the vehicle. Now he knew he has a brand new vehicle. His tags are in the back visible, but he drove like a mile away from where they pulled him over because he wanted to be in a well-lit area. He pulled into a gas station where he makes sure they have surveillance cameras and everybody will see, because officers have a habit of turning off their body cam. So he got into a well-lit area. So the officer was infuriated. So he said, well, then he realized, you know what, I'm going to embarrass you. And he, nope, just get out and get on the ground, get on the ground. And he's like, no, I'm not going to get on the ground in my uniform. You know what I mean? This is where disrespect comes in. You know what I'm saying? What did I do wrong? What's going on? You pull somebody over, you ask them for the driver's license, their registration, right? You pull the information, you see their warrant out for them, then you tell them, you see something suspicious, you tell them to get out of the vehicle. But you have not even done any of that. You tell them to get out of the vehicle. You're under arrest for what? You know what I'm saying? That it's a lot of things. Yeah, I've seen Europeans or Caucasians argue with the police officer to the point where, you know, just tell him scatter and drive off, and not one bullet fire, not nothing, not even a gun draw. I've gotten pulled over. The officer comes and his hand is on his weapon already. My hands on my steering wheel, my driver's license in my lap already, registering my lap already, standing by. Comes, you know, ask me a question, driver's license. I say, it's in my lap. Can I grab it for you? Okay, yes, boom. There you go. Easy day. He goes, run his stuff. He come back. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. Is that a rental?
Bro,
no, sir. This is my vehicle. Bam, bam, bam. Here we
I
go.
saw that video. You were the first person that come into mind, you know.
Yeah.
You were the first person that come
Yeah,
into
man.
mind.
But I am not scared of he pulling me over in the dark, because I'm very, very, as everybody knows, I know how to abide by the rules. As soon as he pulls me over, I know he's gonna ask me for driver's license registration. I get it in the glove compartment, make sure it's in my lap, boom, boom, boom.
But at the end of the day, there's a way for somebody to react. There is a specific way how you react, because emotions take the best of us most of the times.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, your voice keeps speeding up and slowing down. So that police officer got very emotional because he drove like a whole mile from where he pulled him over. He was angry already. So it's like your job is to serve and protect, not to harass and cause much more issues. That just creates a wedge between the people and the police. You know what I'm saying? At what point does the police realize his job is just to maintain law and order, serve and protect the people? You know what I mean? You pull somebody over, the person has something suspicious. You just be nice to the person. The same way you might have been having a bad day, that person might be having a bad day as well. And most people say, oh, he has the weapon. No, but even though I don't have a weapon, but I'm having a bad day and I feel kind of messed up, and the police slowing me down. One morning late for an appointment. And the police are slowing me down for no reason. Officer, why did you pull me over?
That is why I love my friends who are police officers and I have a lot of respect for them. Because a lot of them are aware that they applied for a job and they got the job. It's not their father estate. It's a job they applied for.
It's a job you have to do. Yeah, man. And it is, I mean, there are some cases.
When they come into the police force, they think it's an inheritance they get. And if they don't show you that they are in charge and it's in their inheritance. Brent, I do construction with Brent. And it's on a very, very rare occasion you will see me putting my phone in my right buttons pocket, Because that is where I put my knife. My knife go in my right hand pocket.
Yep.
So me personally, I've developed that habit where my phone go in my left hand pocket. So my knife,
you just know.
My screws going in my right hand pocket. Push and pick knife.
You don't have to think of it. You just reaching down and you just know. Yeah, everything right there. Your hammer.
When a police officer for 20 years telling you.
26 years.
She ever gone in and saying taser. And then she shoots you. And then she's saying fuck and shoots him. You expect me as a civilian.
Yeah.
To accept
that. I agree with that. That right there should tell you draw, because there's a different clip you have to pull for that weapon to come up. And the weight of it alone, you bring it up already. You cuff your two, and if you find a taser, you would not have taken all that precaution, because you say taser, and then you hit.
Brent.
But this man haven't done anything to get tased.
Brent, tell me if I'm wrong, Brent. You're more American than me. All these weapons have different safety mechanisms, or no?
Yeah, man. But that one doesn't have safety. Those 40 calibers, they always in condition 1, so they're ready to rock and roll. Press the trigger at any time when you get hit. So those officers, they walk. That's just protocol. They have to be in condition 1, ready to go.
Brent,
so the trigger, the safety is on the trigger.
Remember, hold on, Brent. You have to remember, in her head is a taser she had. She never had a foot. She never had a Glock.
Probably she never even fired that thing at anyone in her entire police career.
So what you have to ask yourself is, if it stays at that in her head, she have to follow all the safety protocols of using a taser.
Yeah. She did a taser coming your way.
Brent, a taser have a safety clip on it.
It have a safety on it. Yeah.
So you must take off the safety before you press it. It have to charge. You have to take out the safety, because there is a risk having a taser there without the safety.
Hey, bro, she panicked, and she at that rate, you can make a mistake like that. You're not supposed to be a police officer. You're supposed to be off the street. If you want to be in a desk, yeah, they should have known your adrenaline rush gets you off. You should be in a desk somewhere.
And they have to be all the way in the back room of the evidence.
The mail room. Something up mail.
Back of evidence room. She don't give you the evidence. She's going
to
passing the person in the desk.
Because it's too often we see those things happening, and everybody taking it for granted until it hits close to home. Why not stand up when the time is? When anybody happens to, everybody have to stand up, because if we do not stand up, it's gonna repeat itself over and over again. Like when they say, when you say which one, grandmother Achilles, that one with that tribute he made about Patrick, John, and them, and if we don't set it properly, it's gonna happen again. And this is exactly what we're going through, because our own people are enslaving us. Okay, back in those days, they push in the man in the mountain, they take all the flat land. Now they come and tell the people the land in the mountain is the government land. How is the government land when the people and them were there already? They couldn't even have access to the land. I saw a book written by Dr. Thompson Fountain.
like the Catholic Church.
The Marons of Dominica.
The Catholic Church have more land than the citizens of the people in the country.
Here we go. So now we are in charge of our own country. Why can't we give our people back the land? Why do they have to go and work, buy the land from government, and then government have to come and give them help? They should be able to get their land and go and work.
That land.
The Catholic Church take land, because don't forget, in the 1500s when Pope Nicholas II took over, he told, it wasn't the Spaniards, he told the Jesus Christ, I think the Netherlands, one of the islands, one of the major powers, superpowers in Europe, he told them all the lands they conquer, as long as they push the Catholic Church forward. So they had sole rights to trade with Africa. You know, the Pope gave them the authority that their name will come up in a little while to trade and take slaves in Africa. You know, a Pope from the Catholic Church. This is the reason why I don't see eye to eye with everything Catholic. And somebody may tell me, you know, but some of the traditions, the Queen of England, all of them. How can you stand up all those years? Your family goes back hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? You guys watch other countries terrorize other people, take out an entire Africa, decentralize Africa, take away the royalty and put royalty in Europe, where there was never royalty. From the 1300s they started, we were way before that. King Selassie, Haile Selassie was way before that. You can go back to King Solomon from the Bible, from the biblical, you know what I'm saying? And you could trace it back all the way, pharaohs, from Pharaoh 1 all the way up. So this was royalty. You go back, it was the pyramids and all those monuments they have back there. These were the royalties, and you just dismantle all of that. Take their artifacts, take it to museums in Paris, take it to museum in England, and the people now does not even have it, or they can protect it, because you decentralize them.
Speaking about
this is wrong. The world stands by and allow all of that dehumanizing to go on. Look at the apartheid in South Africa. They allow that to just take over. And it's the same thing that's happening in Dominica right now. They're letting one set take over, because the rich is not about color right now. It's about the rich versus the poor. As long as they feel they're rich, they have plenty of money, they dump, they're pissing on the poor people. And it happens all over the world. As long as you can go to court and pay for the expensive lawyers, guess what? The person with the big deeper pocket wins. Because right now it's not about justice, you know. It's about who have money, you know. Because you and I can go to court there and you have more money than me. You win your case, huh? Say again?
I say it's about social acceptance. Is who have the money is being accepted.
Yeah, man. Because think of it, you think the rich man ever gonna go to jail easily? Because he have money to pay and to reappeal and to go back and forth and to take 20 years going up and down in court. You the poor man, before you take 2 years, you bankrupt, you backing down. You say to hell with that. But that rich man there have money from, guess where they get the money come from? From having free labor. And when they realized having free labor was too expensive, because they had to maintain the slave, feed him, clothe him, they say, you know what? Kick him out, let the government assist them, give them free housing. You see what I'm saying? And now they just keep that money they had when they were getting free labor, and they move to the side. So that is why now on the Obamacare came into effect. Why somebody works for you for 40 hours a week, when they fall sick, they have to take the only little money you give them to go to hospital. You have to contribute towards that person's illness. That man worked for you for 20 years, 40 hours a week. Now he falls sick. Who benefit from his work? You. So why should the government have to be paying for that person's health, and not you, the employer? You make all your money, save all your money. Like right now, they're giving all the employers money. So this country is all about corporations. It's a capitalist system. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the socialists and all the other systems. So where the people with corporations are the ones thriving compared to everybody else. See how many companies they build out already. All the big banks, all the auto companies. You would say, well, they bail out the auto companies in taxpayers' money. So instead of paying 40 grand for a brand new SUV, you pay 20 grand. Ulasa, the
Brent,
same 40 grand for the SUV.
Brent,
So why are we building them
I
out?
don't, but I don't know why you going so far abroad. Look,
Yeah.
look how the government bail out with church.
Yeah.
Look how the government bail out Liat how many times?
How many times? DCP,
Look how the government bail out crazy coconut for crazy tea.
500 grand.
Now the bus drivers asking to bail out crazy tea. Tell them, bus drivers, if all the bus don't making money, pack it.
Pack it. No, man. Everybody has to bail out every now and then.
And
Everybody
that
has
is
to
what I
bail out
tell
every
you,
now
the
and
good
then.
citizens are architects of economic slavery, just like this one was saying. These people, they don't
Yeah.
care about nobody else but themselves.
Just though you coming in broken way. Can you hear me clearly?
You know, like,
You
what
coming
is
in fragmented. I'm not
the
sure why.
They're trying to restrict
Huh?
me there.
Then you're trying to hold you down, man. So quick question. So everybody in the audience, where was the first playing field located in Delices? Boy, let's go back to sports. Since they were young men are on the playing field playing right now, let's do a little bit of history. Where was the first playing field located in Delices? Come on, I know everybody's watching. Yeah.
First playing field.
And the caption spelling out our words right also. Then if one try parler patois, il pas comprendre patois. So if some people parler patois, it's supposed to be translating the patois to English, man, when we're on the chat. So usually when people talking patois, they just go blank. Ola premier playing field la a te a Delices. I know il are watching, so let us go. Our young people might know where we had a playing field because and that other playing field, wherever it was bigger than the one that Fotoma. I don't know how the people sat by and allowed the playing field to go Fotoma, where Fotoma and the school was built in Carib, but they allowed them to build the playing field in Fotoma. Yeah, it is sad. Yeah, man. So people, let's find out our history. Call grandma, call grandpa, call granduncle, and let's see where playing field was in Delices. Anybody
You see
in the
our lot.
audience? Want to take a guess? Just so you want to take a guess?
Boy. I know Belvedere had a playing field.
Huh?
I know Belvedere had a playing field.
We're in
But
Belvedere.
we are in Belvedere, it's a different thing. I know where the cemetery is.
Yeah, so you go far away. That was right in the entrance. Is your Heskif house? I'll give the answer. Nobody can answer it still. Is your Heskif house is there? All the flat to go back there. Where Etienne by where go towards Belvedere. That's where the playing field was. So someone was telling me you would stay on the top Tet Mulejan and watch cricket down below. See that nice little hill that right there? Think of bleachers, that whole span. You don't have to build heavy pavilion because it's already on an incline to go on the flat for the playing field. So you just build in nice little seats right there on that little incline. Boom, your stadium right there. So the playing field was up there, but it get moved because that leads me to my next question. Name me all the parliamentarian or the ministers of government that are from Delices. But with hi Kenisha, Sakafet Kenisha. Welcome to the live. Name me all the parliamentarian, or rather, I would say parliamentarian, but the ministers of government that were from Delices. That leads me to my next question, and then we'll finish discuss the playing field when someone can name me. So the first question, nobody got it. Now my second question is all the ministers of government that are from Delices. Doom, 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 doom. As you all can see, we love Delices, land of Turuma, Boaden, and Cassava. They can't touch us. They cannot touch us. And we also, the Delices is delicious. It's close in spelling, right? Come visit our majestic Victoria Falls, our White River. You can't go wrong. Because all the therapeutic healing from the boiling lake, the sulfur spring, you bathe in that White River, all of that enter in your pores, you know what I mean? without having that strong sulfuric smell. You know, the sulfur strongs when le souffla pété, ça senti fort. So if you just put it on your bare skin, you're gonna be, the smell gonna be with you all day. But if you live in the nice white river, it's less concentrated because we have the Jack River, we have the what do you call it, Kawisha River joining in. You have multiple little streams here and they're joining in, kind of dilute it a little bit, make it less powerful. Yeah, man. But big up to all our listeners one time. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our live right now because we are appealing to the general public because we are doing something not for ourselves. It's gonna benefit for generations to come. You know what I mean? We wanna share, keep the history of Delices alive, keep the history of Dominica alive. You see, right now, Leonard Furniture is the only one pushing history in Dominica. And now Jason Thompson Fountain, excuse me, wrote a book about our Maroons from back in those days. We have to document our past. If we don't do it, who's gonna do it for us? We see. So how would we know?
I just got the one from what is his name?
Fountain?
No, the doctor.
Which one?
Dr. Fountain. The other one in America.
Which one?
The Fight to Freedom.
I haven't seen that one.
Dale have a children's book, The Fight to Freedom. It was a bookshelf there, Let me see if I get it.
So the name of the playing field was, according to Ila, is Diedon. Diedon playing field. Here we go, Ila. But usually that's the name, Diedon. All right. What's up, Clayton, for joining the live? That's the name, Diedon playing field. That was where our playing field was in Delices. So why do people just sat down and let them move our playing field to Fontoba? That's my next question. But while we're on this, we want to know who the parliamentarians or the ministers of government were from Delices. So let me give you guys a clue. There were 3 ministers of government from Delices. So this is my clue, and this is my only clue because apparently nobody's getting the answer correct. So I'm asking too many hard questions. Come on, audience. The name of the playing field was the Diaspora. Harry, don't judge. Harry knows the Diaspora. You see, already said Diedon, Harry. Harry, the Diaspora, man. Diaspora was in it for true, Harry? Or you trying to say Diedon? Because Auntie Yusila said Diedon already. Diedon, and she spelled it correctly as well. But Harry, you're not computer, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, so let us go back to our ministers of government. There were 3 ministers of government from Delices. Let us get their names. Yeah. Oh, okay, Harry. Yep. The computer spell for you, Harry. The computer something just take over and do it one thing, Yeah, man. Clay, you can still call your auntie, You can still call your daddy. He might know. You can call a friend, phone a friend, man. Let's get it going. Let's get our history. Who's watching locally? Venu ap sa maka we ki moun ka gade asu computer moun pou gade asu phone na pou moun we ki moun ka gade. Merci. Pou ka gade live la man. Just to nou patche live la. Se live sa ni pou vive dans la Dominique. So tout moun vini ansam pou nou fè se live sa arrive la Dominique. Just to fè tout se moun na ben live la vini. So nou ka ple di, ka gade an border screen la. Ini PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, n'importe yon di yo ni, ça voye pour nous mettre ensemble, pour nous faire développer pays à nous, pour nous développer communauté nous. Nous espérons celle nous parler créole, c'est les créoles. Tous les jours nous supposons parler créole. Les enfants nous pas supposés pour vite vivre 20 ans et ils pas parler créole. Pourtant nous parlons de créole moi déjà, OK, m'a parler parce que la logique là moi là, il pas ni moun parler créole comme ça. Mais si nous continuons à parler créole, à manger créole, à dormir créole, nous passons à l'oublier créole. Tout le monde qui ça, nous c'est mon créole. Ça c'est qui nous y est, c'est là nous sortis. Nous passons à quitter ça mort. Et bien si nous quittons ça mort, et tout le monde vient Saint-Lycée qui reste les Delices, l'année haïtien qui reste les Delices, l'année Santo Domingue qui reste les Delices, le regarder Delices passe à nous encore, hein. Là où il fait 60, vous regardez, mon aller home. Là où il fait à home, là, c'est pied étranger qui là. Ou les où il fait, les moun d'accord, when some people decided that they want to retire in the US or in England, they retire, they get 60, they stop getting visits at 70 because your friends are people your age. At 70 years old, you feel like you're gonna drive anymore, you don't want to take the train anymore. Everybody lives like an hour away. But if you are in Delices, if you're in Dominica, guess what? Your friends will always walk down by the river. They'll pass by the shop. They will hail you. They will stop and talk to you for like 5 minutes. And that warms your heart because this is somebody you know. Somebody you have a young pet in the backyard, a young one will be young pet for you, a cocoa jelly, and you irie. You check me? But in the US, in a home, they'll put you. So everybody who's watching the life, start preparing all your stuff for to retire in Dominica. Easy day. But in the meantime, we want to raise funds to develop the place, man. Because one person can't do it. Just two can't do it by himself. I can't do it myself. Think of one finger. Try to go through a wall. Difficult, right? But think of a fist. It will mash it up. So if everybody come together and join forces, it's gonna be possible.
Bro,
every little bit counts.
These books, at least 2 of those boxes are books that come from 2 different homes. And
here we go.
When I step, and I do a bit of domestic work as well for people in the house. So some of my construction work. But once I go in the house and I see you have a library, and I see you have books everywhere, having a conversation with you, that is really nice that you have so many books everywhere. Right now, where I'm from, we're trying to build a library and put a library together. If you have any books that you choose that you had enough or your kids have read many times that you want to get rid of, just let me know. And that is also what said, listen, I will get you some books. And just like that, they bring me a box of books, and another person bring me another box of books.
Yep.
And I didn't have to pay for it, and that is like the best part of it. That we don't even have to buy the books, and these books are in mint condition.
Yeah, man.
Somebody bring books from in a banana box. I try to figure out where they get that banana box.
All right, just so we have an answer. Henkel Christian, Thomas Etienne, Hesketh Alexander from Alison Barron. Way, congratulations, young lady. These are our 3 ministers of government from Delices. Here we go. For the young people who did not know that, is Mr. Henkel Christian, Mr. Thomas Etienne, and Mr. Hesketh Alexander. So as some of you know,
who was this Henkel Christian?
That was before my time. I knew the name, but I did not know who he was. Obviously, we had Christians in Delices, like my Christian and them in Platte Delices, so the Sorendos, right up in Mitchell Delices, right there. All right. So right up from Ted Delices now, Shimekwa, whatever they call it there, right in that little area right there, below Masan, June and them, and Betcha Baby and them over there, no? That little area right there. Here we go. Alison, big up to you. Exactly. On our raffle, you have 5 tickets. So don't forget, people, we are raffling at 50-inch. We are still raffling the 50-inch television, huh?
Alison is a big member of development.
I'm gonna tell her that. Alison, that history older than Alison. So that leads me to say, so if the playing field was where Mr. Hesketh Alexander's proper house is currently, but Mr. Thomas Etienne was the Minister of Agriculture at the time, it was easy to say, you know what, let's bring the playing field to Fontoma. And okay, that land is empty. Mr. Hesketh, do you want to buy it? Yeah, and there's lots of speculation that could go around. I mean, that's just allegedly the school children said this is what happened back in those days. And according to the school children, they might be right. Because if you are the Minister of Government and you see a piece of land you want, why not make it vacant and then take it?
But my brother, that is the same thing that happened. That is the same thing that happened in properties in town.
In where?
All the properties in town, for example, where the library is, the public library.
Yeah.
If you look closely, you can find out that minister that and that is how the country ruling.
You're breaking up badly, so they make the land vacant, and then they're taking it. So even the building Wesley, they push out there. They make their lands vacant, and they wanna take it.
And they send the people in the woods, and then they go and waterfront land to sell for people.
Yeah, because right there you see the Fotoma is smaller. They didn't require excavation. It was already flat. But then we moved the playing field to somewhere that wasn't suitable, that wasn't flat. And then the son of Mr. Etienne did went and level along the playing field, but left it in ruins. So other people we elect in to represent us, do they have our best interests at heart or their best interests at heart? The people may have felt moving the playing field to Fontoma was a good idea. Let's get a new venue, but they did not see what was behind it. You take on them people in a playing field that was there already and put them somewhere like a mountain, and then all of a sudden the land became yours. How is that even possible? And the people push USDP, you padi yomu, person padubut, nothing. And you see, we trust the leaders to have our best interests at heart. And we're voting for them every 5 years, and we making sure, oh, Mr. Alexander, Mr. Etienne, Mr. Christian, and Feme, and we're giving them everything to take care of us. And they're taking care of us nicely. They're making sure they take care of themselves first. So how we had a playing field in the middle of the community. The school was in Karim, school first was in Belvedere, then moved to Karim. So that was central. But now you push the school was in Karim, but the playing field going on for Toma. And it's afterwards, then the playing field went down. But they may have had a vision, but if we have two playing fields, it's even better like Grand Bay. They have Geneva and they have Center, right? So why we can't have two playing fields? Why we have to come down to one? But a private person gets having the property, that should stay as government property, because that playing field could go back there. We could take a nice stadium up there. You see what I'm saying? That could be the biggest. That was the biggest playing field on the whole surface. Why are we selling what is the community's property to a private investor? Right now, this land is vacant, and we are appealing to the government to buy back our land for us. Whatever they pay for it, we paying them the same amount to give us back our land. Just so we are going to file a petition.
That's what the issue is, but we can take one playing field.
So persons, our history is very important. We have to know where we came from. We can't just skip allowing people to step on us and do what they want with what belongs to us. The entire of Dominica belongs to Dominicans, not the government. The government is the people. The people put the government there to look after their best interests, not to walk on them or step on them. If the people decide, think of it, 1 year pandemic, Dominica still paying salaries, still taking care of everything, except the scholarships they give to the students. They were struggling. They have to go shake their pampalam for the rest of the money. Other than that, everything's smooth. Customs.
What about the growth?
Yeah, they wasn't paying their growth too. They were falling behind a little bit. But so hospitals still going up, health center going up.
That's what I'm trying to tell you there. People doesn't speak unless it affects them. We heard about children because it affect them. We heard about the because it affected them. We heard about the because it affected them. My brother,
just
see Rome. Rome, I call it Rome. You can call that Rome.
Yeah.
Don't dare drop your hands on me and tell me, oh, I see that the other day, you know. No, when you see, you have to call it.
You have to call it as it is. If it's a spade, call it a spade. Why saying Gami? Big up to you one time. That is Gamael Moses. This is Rasmus' son of the soil from Delices, man. Yeah, man. But you check in, sports is such a big thing in the world. Sports is international. Sports is something that takes people from the ghetto and bring from the ghetto to riches, from rags to riches. Why are we not embracing sports? We have so much talent in Dominica, bro. But if we are playing field for the young men and then to play, instead of having one, we can have two. When one game going up there, one game going down, nah. That one there, we put track on it to make it pretty. You check me? But no, instead of having two, let us give my brother the property. You are the minister. Nobody can say anything because you are the minister. Everybody respecting the minister. You give your brother the property and you buy the rest. As a minister of government, you cannot buy government land. These are some of the rules that should be in place. That land has to go back to the people. And as of right now, we're gonna file up. I'm gonna call the prime minister and tell him, Prime Minister, when you guys, when the slave masters had our property, They claim it was their own. Now we get it back. It's Dominica property. Give the people and then their land. The people leave the flatland Point Miller, they leave Futoma, they leave Cocoa, and they go up in the mountain. That is them people land. Hurricane can mash up all them trees. If a man go and cut one tree to build a house, or you take it into court. My grandfather name was going in the mountain. My great grandfather name was going in the mountain with their lassie.
Right.
We cut the tree, we call the villagers, they carry down, build their house, and all of our trees was growing back. Hurricane David come mash up them trees. And the hurricane come mash up more trees, but then trees will grow back. Now, if we plant in trees, we can cut trees. But we have to be planting. Right now, tree program, I spoke to Simeon, he said they have a tree program in Portsmouth. Landslides were in Tisavan, in Delices. Mygo. Why we not starting to plant trees in those areas?
Portsmouth do a place for landslide.
Yeah, babe. So you're not saying Safeden. They're supposed to start where they have problems. So right now, after 5 years, going on 6 years in Petit Savan, we should have trees already 5, 6 years old. La Poconi Peboa. So what are we doing? Because no, government's supposed to have a vision. The people of Petit Savan and Delices, Force Asia, La Plaine, Boetica, Grand Bay, are cutting trees to make to distill their bay leaf, to boil, to make the cassava, to burn wood, right? To light the fire and cook their food, right? Majority. Why not plant more trees for these people and them? Because these haven't started coming to Delices to get wood to distill the bay leaf. But nobody, no one they put to serve them was noticing that. Right now we have natural gas of Bird Island. Why are we not drilling? Big Venezuela drill that and take that natural gas to distill our bay leaf. Why are we still cutting trees? That same natural gas could serve the people at their homes. We could pipe it to everybody's homes or communities. You know what I'm saying? We give Venezuela the Bird Island because Venezuela claim, say that same pipeline, that same natural gas is the same one they have done in Venezuela. They over 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 miles away. As if I know not all that. Probably like 500 miles away. My apologies, yes. But it's just about 50 miles off the coast of Dominica, so it's our own. Thanks for sharing the life, Jane. Big up to you. Because we have to start be forward thinkers. We cannot be cutting trees in this year 2021 to distill these things. Where we could be using our natural gas right off Bird Island. We go out there, we put one little rig, we pipe it on the ground, bring it ashore. Because if we can't plant trees fast enough at the rate we distilling the oil, because everybody have a little wooden kitchen outside to smoke their smoke pork. You check me, they smoke maniku, they smoke agouti. We have to keep thinking ahead of the game. Because a mango tree taking how many years to grow? Probably 20 years. No, you actually have to make your body now. A Cuba which you taking probably what 50 years to grow. If we don't plant it, who's gonna plant it? I thought Simeon was gonna make a difference. Simeon is a woodworker. And his craft depends on cutting trees. This man come there, listen, cut all major acajou and bois blanc and body me and all them gourmet, everything. This man didn't plant one. We had a big mahogany by the church. Kubawi. No na footage ate, brother, that clear by the whole church. You know. That thing must have been over 80 years old. Because from the growth rings. Yeah, man, that was huge, solid tree, man. Did he plant one? No. So I'm telling him, you are part of the government. At least woodwork went down. You joined the Dominican Labour Party to ensure that the government gave the woodworkers something to live off of. You've been there for 20 plus years. You did not re-establish that. So you've been in labor, so I don't know what it was, because United Workers Party gave Cots and Simpex the right to bring metal furniture into Dominic. As a woodworker, he get infuriated, so he decided he joined in the opponent to fight against them. But you know, in the opponent, you're not making anything better for the woodworker. We had all those apartment buildings. We ordered material. We ordered the furniture from China instead of making our local men build it. So are we for the local people or for the foreigner? We have turkey, ham, we order it from somebody else. All them people have avatar pigs. Buy the pig from the local man and give it to the local people. So it stays with us. You buy 7 containers of turkey. You check me, all these things. If we buy local, we support local. we will be able to move forward.
That is where the problem is, you know. The government don't want you. The government wants you to sell your meat to abattoir, but they don't want to buy it from you, from the abattoir, you know.
Yeah, man. Look at me, bring up a good point. We had this young man, this 18 guy. Well, what's his name? Bevin or one of the 18 guys. He had those wind turbines. He started experimenting with the wind turbines. His uncle had one, Heskip Alexander had one. You know what I'm saying? Did the government give him the support he needed to run wind turbines in Dominica? Right now, this man will be harvesting so much wind turbine that we would have all the energy we needed, sustainable. And guess what? This is what they call it. We say we're gonna be the first resilient country. So we want to reduce our footprint in the world. That would be the initiative right there. So why this man didn't get full support? He had a mask done by Blanquist on the Point Blank estate, one in Cocoa estate, one by his uncle. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the things we have to take initiative. This young man started. Let's give this man a little boost. No, but instead they give him the foreigner the boost. This one is local. This one is, you know what I mean? Give the man a little push. Tell him, you know what? Here is XYZ, and let's get started. Instead, we be in a geothermal. For years, we ain't about geothermal. And geothermal is simple. We can start big. They want to put 4 plants up there and they want to make power to give Guadeloupe. Make one so we can use local in the meantime and then it will grow as time goes by. No, they want to go big. We have to be sustainable within ourselves first. We can't provide food for ourselves. For them of us to give people food. We importing their rice, their macaroni, their flour. They're not taking our cassava. They're not taking our tuluma. They're not taking our coconut water. So what are we doing? Our plantain, our what? Just so at what point does the people realize the government not for them? What we producing not leaving our shores at a proper rate? We bringing in hotels. Right now, guess what? God decided, the Almighty Father decided, hey, listen here now, let's put a full stop. Let's take stock. So right now will be the perfect time to build some tourism sites, like the tramway, reset that up, cut our road from Delices to Mount Prospect, get the ball in organized. When things reopen, that we can take advantage of it. The tourists come to Dominica, you know. See how many parks in the United States. The little thing they have in garden there. So a park was also so people thinking it's so much like gardens. This is just a little backyard at somebody's backyard that there. That's how small it is, to be honest with all you. I'm not criticizing our gardens. That's all we have. It's a beautiful place, I must say. We have preserved those trees over those hundreds of years. And yes, but still, we making like it is heaven, a heaven killer. When people talking about park in the US, is how much acres? Distance, lani zoo, go bet to kalte bagay. We developing and it's just we talking about resilient, first resilient country.
Every green patch, just Google lockdown and every green patch you see how big that's up.
Yeah, man, we can't develop cassava. We cannot put a good tuluma factory. We cannot do anything, but we have to start manufacturing things on island to see something from it. Because once we did this exporting the raw material, somebody develops that same raw material and send it back to us, double the price. So the bay oil we ship in there, when it goes to the United States or to China, and they make the perfume with it, and they send it back, they will sell 1 pound of bay oil for what, $90, $100? One perfume little bottle, probably a little thing like that, will cost $100. And that one bottle, 1 gallon, one 750 ml bottle probably will make 1,000 perfume. So how are we, or be wrong, how are we benefiting from that? So if we now produce our own perfume, you know what I'm saying? And they might say, oh, why can't you invest in it? But this is not a one-man show. It's everybody has to come together. The government collects funds from everybody in taxes. They sell in the passports. You know, they're doing little things. The government is getting the income. This is where the government takes a foresight. If we save $5 million every month for the next 2 years, we should be able to invest, open this company, employ 3,000 young people because we need drivers, we need this, we need that, we need, you know what I'm saying? And this is where it starts. We invest in the bay leaf. The bay leaf come to the point where we're producing enough to export and we can use some locally and create an industry that wasn't even there. But wow, that Tuluma, for instance, we ensure our local people are consuming enough of it. We bring it to Lapland, we bring it to Grand Fond, we bring it to Montreal, we take it across. Nope, we're not developing anything that we have. They have machines uprooting the Lanvey in St. Vincent. Look now, St. Vincent went down after the earthquake. So which means there's gonna be a need for Toloma soon.
Yeah, there's a market for it. Yeah, right now, demand.
Because they've been producing a lot. And I sympathize with the I feel sorry for the people down in St. Vincent right now because the animals are dying, the crops are dying, the ash is everywhere, and the volcano is not seizing. So which means the water is polluted. So Dominica is making efforts to. So persons, if you guys are near or far, please find a site. Red Cross usually donate to them. So please assist the people of St. Vincent in any way, shape, or form as you can. As the Dominicans send boxes and stuff like that. Yeah, man, we have to assist them because when it was our turn, they did assist us. So we have to help them, the needy. But what I'm saying is, so if they are unable to produce Tuluma, now the US has St. Vincent Tuluma on their shelf. Now there's gonna be months gonna pass, they're not gonna be able to produce anything because everything that they have is gonna die. Because think of hot ash and the rocks falling down, animals it's bad. So somebody has to pick up the slack. So somebody has to invest in the Tuluma now for us to be able to ship it. But if nobody is, then I ain't back off it lah. Hélas, I feel sorry. But all of my people, as you guys know, Corona is still around. So wear your masks, social distancing, wash your hands, because I saw the numbers are going back up again. Because right now people are relaxing and thinking, Corona is almost gone, but it's still there. The vaccine don't protect you 100%. As some people say, it's 95% efficacy, or 94% or 75% if it's Johnson & Johnson. So please stay safe, my people, because we need you guys. Next year, hopefully October, COVID will be fully gone and we are going back to Dominica. The diaspora is going back to Dominica. So if your passports are not in order, please put it together. We all are going home. We're going to have a full, fun, independent season in Dominica. So I'm urging everybody, we're taking a full 2 weeks down there. If for work purposes, you cannot, make the 2 weeks, or for kids, call the nanny, tell the husband to stay home, the husband from Jamaica or he from Trinidad, tell him that Dominica time. Tell him take care of the kids for a couple of weeks or a week while you go Dominica and enjoy your independence. We want to bring back a little something to Dominica. And hopefully that visit will urge everybody, will encourage them to come back home to retire and bring back Dominica back where it used to be.
Sometime week before last, I made that statement that the police force of Dominica is a serial killer. And I got a couple messages now privately telling me, oh, I need to be careful with the statements I'm making.
Right.
I should not be saying that. But the police force of Dominica, we have Josh Wyatt.
Yep.
Right? That died in police custody. We have the young that they killed in for police.
Right.
And then we have the young man from Kingsley that was recently killed in police custody. How many kills did he take in serial killer?
I think it's about, I'm not even sure. Might be right. But you have to say according. No, hold on. You must always say according to the school children.
No. We're going to be already. That's what the school children was saying, but we're going to be in that already.
Right.
That is a personal things I didn't know.
Right.
So people didn't want to. I had a couple of arguments with a couple of people. But no, I tell them now, if they don't believe me, no, just watch the actions of the police during the protest and they'll see people dying in police custody.
Yep,
because what happened during the protest place in the public, in public view.
Plain sight.
I imagine what that would have happened to you, them and get you in a cell.
Yeah. In a cell, he in trouble. You'll get some licks.
Like Joshua.
Yep. And worst again is the dumping of the man on the base. Like is a dog they run over you. They dump them on the base, and then people out on bail, because of me,
all of that. Look at that. They beat the man. All of them stand up, and then they just walk away, one by one,
Why?
And leave him and for a citizen for bystander to find him with a shit,
Yes,
So I mean, none of them police they have no first aid experience.
Yeah, but
You
what
don't
what,
see
what I
no
catch them
police.
was
Hold on. You don't see no police clear the perimeter around him and say, give you some and pull out their right to you to call for emergency.
that was nothing. Who the one done by the protest?
Yes.
Yeah, hélas.
But we have so far to go in the world like lean. We have far to go, my brother. We're leading. And people just sitting down. The talk on the block is the woman say, I tell him not to go. I tell him not to go in the people business. Leave them people alone in their business. There are people
when he bring
there are people to go out there put themselves out there,
when he bring the money home, I bet you she will be the first person to use some
because
of it.
people know is no law, no constitution, Once you're against the opposition. And if you look, the Prime Minister of Dominica is smarter than a lot of them idiots out there, The Prime Minister of Dominica tell you that it's an opposition protest, You don't tell you it's an opposition protest,
Yeah, I heard they say that. Nah, man, they're just regular people, man.
It's not opposition protest.
It's like anything the Negma wants to stand up for is the opposition that behind it. Nah, man, there's regular people that feeling the squeeze. So you don't have to be the opposition at all. But it's just regular people that do not like what's happening in the
That's thing that for you in 2000, everybody feeling this. Nowadays, people so desperate. They don't care.
Yep. Yeah. But alas, but eventually the people will wake up and realize they're not there for the people, they're there for themselves. Because you can't tell me you're there for 20 years. Not one thing not one tree you plant is bearing fruit right now. Not one. Not one. Alas. It's a shame. It's a shame. Not one of those trees that you plant right now after 20 years, not one thing or not one vision you guys had for the country 20 years down the road that's starting to bear fruit. Every day is an airport coming. Every day is that this, every day is that.
I will be honest with you. I don't feel shame because I talk in.
Yeah.
All my shame, I let it don't know. That is what I do. I let it out my shame. I don't feel no shame. The people are feeling shame. The people are not talking, that cannot talk, will not talk, and refuse to talk. When you have a gag on your mouth, my brother, when you put a muzzle on a dog, it's not a dog just get chinning.
Yeah.
That is
try
why
to take it out.
Me, I sleep in comfortable at night, I sleep with eyes closed and I knock out, my brother.
Then they're sleeping better than you and me because they are foot in butter and they are bam in oil. They are pampalam in oil. So they sleeping sweet because it's the others now that cannot afford it for medical attention. They can't afford to send their family overseas if they fall sick. These are the people that's struggling. And the people go to the hospital and their kids end up dying. They can't sue anybody. But as soon as a minister government get a cough, you're on a plane to Antigua, to Guadeloupe, to Martinique, to St. Lucia, to Trinidad, to Barbados, to the States, to England. A cough, You check. And this is some of the things the people are realizing. The average man cannot do that. The bus driver now, he can even pay his mortgage. But they put in our money in 8 bank. But he will take a loan for him to have to pay more again. Tell him, man, okay, look at $5,000 and then look five more. You can be a 5,000 grant.
Even have every dog and cat say passport to the hotel. You can get a right to sell passport to build a state house for the prime minister. You can rent that place 4 times.
You break it up so bad. You're breaking up so bad there. You're breaking up so bad, it coming in like in pieces.
What I'm trying to say right? That
So
man,
it's slow.
that man there have every dog and cat selling passport to build hotel. He cannot get someone to sell some passport to build a house the prime minister. He going to rent a house that costing more than $4 million a year.
So is no he know the country can afford it, so the money there. That's what I'm saying. The money is there, but it's where the money is being used. Because if you can
You have
give
a message.
the president 30
You got
grand.
a messenger. You got
All right, let's not get carried away too much because this is national issues. Let's go back to the local front. So
okay.
now that we know, the politicians took the playing field from the young people from Delices, and they put the people all the way for Toma on a little musokaye. That if you make a six, the ball go in the valley or in somebody property where if you make a six up in Dayton, that's staying right down the playing field. Don't forget the river, the King Harry. Anybody can know that river up between Belvedere and Babelvi? Give us the name of the river
Yeah.
between Belvedere and Babelvi. There's a river going all the way down to the sea down there. All of you guys I don't know the list then. Hey, what's the name of that river? Let's go, Jane. I know Jane might know it. Huh? Just what's the name of the river? The river is the area is Didon. The area is Didon.
We used to go there for education.
We used to go there for credit, you call it Didon. The area is Didon, the river is Didon too.
Yes.
I just know the area. I don't know the full names. Let me get the name for you.
Once you live Dubai and you go up, I lose it.
You lose. How I know the area well, man.
I lose. Once you put me above Subai, I lose. I don't know the names proper.
Anybody getting yet? Anybody don't know? I'll have to tell all you.
Where you have?
If I have the name, you crazy, but just to have to do my research. Everybody, I'm urging everybody to do all the research, find out the things about Delices because the questions are coming up. So I did call Glory to give the tickets to those persons that won tickets. So I know that they've been busy, going back and forth with everything that's happening in the community. So hopefully, when she get a chance, we might be able to call the raffle for Mother's Day, since they didn't get authorization to keep the event on the playing field. We canceled the main event, so everything got canceled as well. So hopefully for Mother's Day or for August Monday, whenever we are able to get permission to have an activity, then we will have it. So the persons who won tickets, don't feel discouraged. Your tickets are coming. Some of the funds have gotten to Dominica, but they weren't able to pick it up. All of those lines outside of your MoneyGram catching Mundewo. So look at it. The diaspora assisting Dominicans more than the government assisting Dominicans. The government not giving people stimulus, but so they know that MoneyGram giving everybody stimulus in Dominica. So that's why they're not bothered. But still, as a government, you have to look out for your people. And my people in the diaspora, we are pleading to you, we are asking you, please assist our effort in developing the place. Like I always say, one person might not be able to push the wagon forward, but if everybody jump in the wagon will start moving. And like just to always say, if we start moving, then we'll see that wheel is not straight. We'll straighten that wheel. That one there, our little walk, we'll adjust it. But we can make adjustments while it's moving. But the hardest part is to get it moving. Once it starts moving, oh, trust me. And some people that are standing by will jump on when it starts moving. Because guess what? It starts picking up momentum, right? And it's okay, but we have to get it moving. That's what that same White River Development Committee is gonna develop Delices, and we're gonna get everything moving forward. We're gonna get our back road, get our playing field going, get our Jungle Bay Hotel back in Point Milat, get our Bodlame, get our what do you call them, sassy or little gazebos and stuff. We're gonna enjoy the area, man. Everybody's gonna want to come back to Delices to live, and they're gonna have their house in Delices and take their bus or drive to Roseau every day to work. But my people, I know it's a Saturday afternoon. evening, wherever you are, morning by Justo. I enjoy you guys' company. So feel free. The link is always gonna be there. It's always gonna be on my Facebook. It's always gonna be on Justo's Facebook. And if you guys can't find it on our Facebook, it's always gonna be on YouTube. So just go on the La Rush on the YouTube. My Facebook name, you guys could inbox me. My phone number is at the bottom. You can shoot me a text. Let's get this community to the next level. So just so that you guys know, we are also planning to revive our cultural group. So definitely our Bel Jimping. So when you hear we bring in Poetica Cultural Group to Delices, or Petit Savant Cultural Group and the Jimping Band, like Alec used to do back in the days. Like on a Friday a month end, Alec bring in Poetica Jimping Band by him and play. Like when you have by Benny have dance, Benny in Caribbean dance, or by Mr. Pierre in La Roche have dance. And it's dancing, people breaking sweat, and that is what we want. And nobody fighting. Yeah, man, just chimping music and people enjoying the vibration. We need to get that back in the place where everybody uniting together. Yes, man, the milk and money days, where each neighbor watching out for each other. One person make a gravy, that one boil the yampe, and they trade in. That one like this fire in the morning, that one give them a body fate. Yeah, man, but in the meantime, between time, we have to come together. And the little that you have, God bless you with, you have to bless others. We'll go to church, we put donation in the donation basket. We're not sure who receives those donations. But if we put it into the community, we have relatives in the community that will benefit directly from it. So my people, one love, stay blessed. Justo, Nio bonsoir, disi moun na bonsoir yo, nou ale enjoy le restant vendredi. Samedi après-midi, nous allons vendredi.
Dimanche moment, c'est pas mon oui.
Oh, ça m'a regardé, j'ai dimanche moment côté. Thanks for staying up late.
Everybody, bless up. Everybody stay strong. What you can do for yourself and for your country, anything you do for your country, do it for you and your family. And there's you want to support the things about the thing. They're always going to take place because I can't keep on the books in my living room. Yeah, I have to organize and help.
All right, my people.
Anyway, you can contribute anything, something, just do it, please. It will be much appreciated, and the people don't never appreciate it as well. I know Jacqueline, tell me where the Jacqueline has books for her to read, and I know she's not the only one. So we have 8 boxes of books, so we have over 1,000 books there right now. That is a massive help, my people. Massive help. No one asks us anything for the book, so we just need to get it from point A to point B, and that is our job. That is the only job we have. I went and collected and bring them all in my house, and we have them. So let's see what we can do to make that happen. Love Dominica, Dominica for Dominicans. All the way. Bless up.
All the way. Why is it Lionel? Big up to you one time down in St. Thomas. Daily Taximan, well, and Grand Bay in St. Thomas. Big up to you. Just for some reason, you were speaking very fast, and it was coming through. So hopefully next week we can get all our kinks sorted out, and we can be nice and slow and smooth as usual. But as you know, we always have to say a prayer to keep us blessed. Yes, man. So my people, stay blessed and one love. Just to stay on.